This tutorial is going to show you the output of programming exercise number 3 in chapter 4, the assignment, summing the gaps between array values. Actually, a better title would probably be summing the difference between successive array values. Write a program with a loop and indexed addressing that calculates the sum of all gaps or differences between successive array elements. The array elements are double words sequenced in non-decreasing order. So for example, in the array with elements of values 0 and 2 and 5 and 9 and 10, the gaps are 2, 3, 4, and 1, and the sum is 10. I want you to use that array, and it is also required that you use a loop and indexed addressing to accomplish it. If you fail to do any of those, the most you're going to get for this lab is half its value. So I've instrumented the code with the solution code with some output so you can see the results. So if we're walking through this array in a loop and we get element n, which would be in this case the 2, it's a 2, and if I subtract from that the difference between element n and n minus 1, I'm going to get a 2. That is 2 minus 0 is going to be 2. The sum of the differences to this point is also 2. So we're accumulating the sum in another register would probably be a good place. So we're going to go through the loop again and get the next element n, which would be the 5. We're going to subtract from the 5 the 2, and we're going to get a difference of 3. And we're going to add that 3 to the 2 that we had from the previous iteration of the loop and get a sum of 5. The sum of differences between successive array elements to this point is 5. And then again, you can see we're going up and getting the next element n, which is the 9, subtracting from it the 5, and have a difference of 4. We're going to add the 4 to the 5 that was in there and get a 9. Okay? Then finally, we'll go back up to the top of the loop and get the very last array element, which has a value of 10. Subtract, that's n, and n minus 1 would be 9. We get a difference of 1. We add the 1 to the 9 and get an A or a 10. So the sum of all differences in successive array elements is 10. Actually, this code is fairly simple. There are not too many lines of code, but it really tests your understanding of indexed addressing, how to use a loop, how to set it up. You do not have to display output like this. We're going to get to displaying output using Kip Irvine's library modules in Chapter 5.